Perfect.
Myles, I'm here.
Shawnee?
Sorry that you've been waiting for me.
No problem.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Can you just intro the show while I set myself up?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 3-Star Podcast. I am Myles.
And I'm Shaun.
And once again, joining us off camera, the man behind the magic, we are joined by Rich. You can't see him, I'm just giving him a wave.
Hiya. We're all here, awake and ready to go. Rich, you were just telling me that we've had quite a bit of interaction, and thank you very much, by the way, guys, for everyone that has subscribed already. Just give us some of the likes and the comments. That does all help with the show. We're glad that you guys really enjoyed it, but there's some things that you needed to bring to my attention that
Shaun is saying thank you for the comments,
don't
which
know.
lets me know he hasn't seen them all.
I haven't. No, I did look out for the kind of positive ones, and
You
but
put the positive filter on.
yeah, the positivity filter. I like that. That could be a hashtag, positivity filter. There were some things that you wanted to bring to attention.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've had many comments. So I've spent a little bit of time filtering these comments and statements. Some of them were quite offensive, so I've deleted those, and we've got to the core of some of the best comments and questions. So
Yeah, I didn't mean that. I just got caught up in the...
yeah. So
It was you that made those comments. I get it.
the first one was a general comment that was, does Shaun really have such appalling movie knowledge?
So just give me the name of the person who wrote that later, please. I consider myself sometimes a bit of a movie buff. The films that I've seen, I know. And
well, the ones that you've seen, I'm glad that you know.
maybe it's just the fact that I haven't seen any classical ones, and just to strengthen that person's argument now, I've never seen any of the Godfather movies either, which is another sin, right?
I'm face planting.
You are, yeah.
Face plant.
But genuinely, the movies that we're talking about were mainly Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely haven't. I've seen the start of one of the first one.
Just for a little backstory for you that don't know, Shaun is one of those people that will often deliberately mix up Star Wars and Star Trek just to get a reaction.
Let me tell you, one of my favourite things. I've got one friend in particular that hates that. But was it May the 4th? I just put Happy Star Trek Day with the emoji. You know the, you know
Live
that
long and prosper.
Yeah, and I know it kills him every single year. And will it ever stop? Nope. But I enjoy it. So there was Star Wars, and what was
We
the
had Star Wars, we had Terminator, there was the whole MCU that you were just starting.
Feel free to give me some homework. I haven't watched any more of the Avengers one, but that's on the to-do list this weekend. But if you want to give me some homework to watch a movie, then I'll happily do that, and we can have a Shaun's review part.
Myles did mention Terminator, I believe, just
Yes.
then. And that's one of the questions that, to you again, Shaun,
Okay.
very popular this week, is could Shaun please explain Skynet?
When you said Skynet originally, I thought you was on about a free internet providing service. You know, when you used to get the discs that you'd put in your
Like
computer.
btinternet.com.
Yahoo! Skynet to me sounds like one of those at the supermarket. You'd get the CD, you'd put it in your computer, and then you'd be able to access internet.
There are so many people listening
Have
right now.
No idea.
Like, hold on a minute. What's a CD? and why is the internet on it?
That's the problem. What's a CD?
What's a CD?
How did they fit the internet?
Why? That's how... See, I'm 26, but if someone gives me a laptop, I'm like,
Yeah.
where's the CD
Well,
drive go? Why is it not here anymore?
You're probably too young to remember a program called Encyclopedia. No, Encyclopedia?
There's
I
an
remember
No,
Encyclopedia.
no, not
Britannica?
Encyclopedia. Can anybody remember what that was called? There was a CD that was. It was the Encyclopedia.
It's a thick CD.
On. Yeah, over 4 CDs. Does anyone remember that? No,
Probably
at
Britannica.
school?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure
I'm
it
getting
was.
nods and I'm getting like
Britannica.
thumbs
Yeah,
up.
I think it's Britannica.
They digitised it, so they took it from
Yeah.
a massive series of books to a series
This
of CDs.
was when
yeah.
PCs first come about, right? And
Yeah.
that's actually something I wanted to talk about today. Was our first kind of memories of the first time you ever went on the internet.
Can
Pause
I
a second.
segue?
Finish your questions, but I want to speak about that. But that always reminds me of the encyclopedia used to be on CD format, but that's just showing my age now. But
I've got 2 points for you.
points and questions.
One point is a apparently, and Myles gave me this snippet of information, that in 1990, Tim Berners-Lee submitted plans for a hypertext project he called the World Wide Web, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
That was the inception of the World Wide Web, apparently.
So this month, in however many years ago that was, because I'm not good at quick maths and I left school a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they thought of the World Wide Web. Now, I'm trying to remember if I very first know when I first learnt out what www stood for.
It's not the World Wildlife Fund. It's not wrestling.
It's not wrestling. I remember having to type out the whole HTTPS colon
/
/ www.
I don't. Yeah.
And then doing all of that in there as well. But yeah, what a way we've come from the World Wide Web launching to now.
I always say that throughout the mankind, and the fastest we've evolved so much, but the fastest and most rapid set of kind of development has got to have been in our lifetimes, right? Especially considering I think everyone in this room can remember pre-internet, right? The birth of the internet. Look at how much things have evolved since then. And that is nothing. Going from that www. This is the World Wide Web and nobody knowing what the hell it is, to today I can literally speak to my phone right now and it would have something delivered to my home that I need by the time I get back.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing, right?
I'm hoping this is going to lead into your explanation of Skynet.
That was a good way to skate over that.
Whoa, he dodged that bullet.
Someone left a comment saying, you're the kind of person that in the Terminator universe allowed Skynet to prevail. And it's just from...
This is my nervous...
from the lack of...
Shade.
This is my nervous laugh that I'd probably be really worried and offended if I knew what that meant, but I have no idea what that means.
Smile and wave.
So ignorance is bliss sometimes.
Okay, I tell you what, let's move away. Myles, question for you.
Yes.
What is, and I'm going to give you like a 60-second part here, okay, to answer this. What's your favourite Disney film? And can you explain Hakuna Matata, please?
Oh, God.
Giveaway.
It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. What's Hakuna Matata? It's a motto. What's a motto? Nothing. What's a motto with you? One of the best lines in cinema delivered right there by Timon.
I'm going to say Myles for Prime Minister just right now. I'm just
But
going to
no,
put it out there.
Lion King, the animated series.
I think we need more of this in our lives.
The next one was...
A question of, it was a statement, first of all, saying that somebody believed that CGI Yoda was better than practical puppet Yoda in the Star Wars
This is
universe.
one for you, Rich. This is one for you. So this is a Star Wars one, right?
To put it eloquently and if I've got enough time to describe it, all I'm going to say is to that person who I won't name is, you're wrong.
That's a simple way of explaining it.
So before we kick off, we do love all of our fans. Thank you for all of your comments and your opinions are much appreciated. But okay, to kick off, I'm really excited by the internet. 1990, I'm going to probably say 7.
This is your
was the first time, and it was in IT class, and we were doing some stuff on Word, maybe, I don't know. And my teacher at the time says, okay, you've got you can go on, we've got one computer that's set up for the internet. And everyone's like, what the hell is that? And he's like, well, it's all the information. You can just ask for any information. And we were allowed in 2s. God, man, I feel so old saying this.
In 2s.
Yeah. But in 2s, we were allowed 10 minutes. I nearly never got my goal because boys that will be boys and the couple before me went and searched some things that were definitely off the allowance.
Was it cats playing pianos?
Similar to, yeah.
That's good old
And then the teacher told everyone off in the class, made it very clear the sort of things. And me and my partner, my friend Ashley, we went on and we kind of searched, we typed in football.
Just football.
Yeah, it was like football and The Simpsons. I remember we were like, what else? And we saved an image of Homer on a floppy disk. Because we're like, we've got this is called as a picture. That's how primitive it was. And you have no idea the beast that was created from it. You know, I mean, obviously there were more things going on then on the internet.
Floppy disk.
What
Nothing
happened?
floppy about that thing.
Definitely.
Oh, there
not.
were the was it 5 and a five,
3.5, 3.5,
3.5,
yeah.
5 1/4. The 5 1/4s were genuinely floppy. I was there. I saw them. They were floppy.
Miles.
First-
That's a soundbite for anyone. Miles,
first-
first internet
first-
experience.
Oh, see, my first internet experience, the only thing I remember is MSN for me.
Oh, MSN Messenger.
It'll be MSN or Pixo, Habba Hotel, the days of having to... So for me, I used to have to go downstairs,
Yep.
get the extension lead,
Yep.
plug it in downstairs,
Yep.
rip that wire out all the way up the stairs into my bedroom.
I'm with you.
I have one of those mums that didn't allow that wire to be left there all day. So when
No.
I was finished, to unplug it, wrap it back up, and
with
go
you.
and put it back downstairs.
And-
then my auntie, my mum's also got a few sisters, so I'd be on it, and then all of a sudden the phone would ring,
Yes.
and everything would shut down, and I'd
Oh.
be like, "What's going on?" And I'd walk down the stairs, "Mum, get off the phone! I'm on the internet."
Yeah.
And then that was the end of the
Because
internet
there was
for
a
me.
phase when you couldn't make phone calls.
No,
from
it came
the
through
line.
your phone line.
It
The
came
old
through
You
your
had to
phone line.
take out the phone line.
The old ADSL phone line connections. Yeah, you couldn't have your voice and data. They
Yeah.
went together.
And then you'd have then there was an advancement where you could, and
Yes.
everyone was, and we were like, the future is now. And do you remember the
Oh, yeah.
the noise that
Dial-up.
was telling you it was
Dial-up.
dial up, that it was connecting?
It used to take forever.
I had
Yeah.
I had a trick because I was kind of granted internet access based on time, and there was when I got a feel for what the internet was and MSN was about, it's obviously fantastic. But I was still using it as like to get all my information because websites were the big thing, and I used to load up all the information that I'd want. So I was massive into kung fu and the Shaolin monks and stuff. I'd find all the information I want on the websites, load the pages up, and then I'd take out the line and give it back to my
Oh.
mum per se. But I'd have it all kind of loaded, so I could just click on the
You were
windows.
caching your information.
Yeah. So I thought I was the smartest thing.
You
in
were
the
ahead
world,
of the
you know,
curve.
just 10 minutes. 10 minutes was all I needed, Rich,
That
and
was-
I'd get everything that I ever wanted out of it.
You are an absolute genius. I tell you what, it's not so much based on the internet, but it's based on dates and history and how old we feel. So, any guesses when Apple shipped its first iPod?
The iPod. I don't remember when
I remember
first.
iPods being
It's
around
recent.
when I got to college. So
2001.
I'm gonna say 2000. Were they around when I was in school?
2001, I'd say, because didn't Dre?
Bing, 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 bing. We have a winner.
2001.
2001.
Oh, there you go.
Apple
Yeah.
shipped its first iPod. I could never afford one,
No.
so I had one of those rubbish SD compact flash MP3 players that used to break.
I had one of them from Argos,
Yeah.
and just 32 megabytes.
Let me.
or gigabytes, one of the two back
It'd be
then.
megabytes in those days.
Yeah, I couldn't
yeah.
remember which one it was, but it was.
I had this was when I was in year 10 at school. So when I was at school, Walkmans were obviously the big thing. Some people would have like the Discman.
I
But a
had a-
Discman was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
probably more expensive, but
A lot more.
they were so they were so big. People would still try and put them on their belt and
Don't
they
think
jump
kids
so much.
will realise how annoying it is to listen to music and have it skip every time you take a step.
Oh. I saw some people try and go for it. The idea was, I'm going to use this for when I go on a jog and stuff with a Discman on their waist. But I thought I was the coolest kid, and God bless my mum and dad. They bought me and I was the coolest kid in school for all of like 3 days. A mini disc player. You remember?
mini
Do you remember a mini disc player?
I remember mini discs.
The manufacturer of my mini disc player was Kenwood.
So not even a Sony one.
No, it was
Hey, come back off!
Hang on.
This was a
Can we go
good
back
mini
to
disc player.
you were the coolest kid in school for how long?
3 days.
So you got 3 days out of a Kenwood.
3
mini
days.
disc player.
No, because
What school did you go to?
trick-
How deprived was your childhood?
Hello to everyone at Waldensborough Community Technology College. The best part of this mini disc player wasn't actually what it was playing. It was that on the lead there was you could control pause, play, forward track, rewind track,
Ooh.
and it even had a little display that would show you what the name of the track if it was programmed in when
Yeah.
you saved it on the computer. So that was really cool. And I remember it like it was yesterday on GMTV as it was then. It was near Christmas time, and they had like someone, the coolest presents and stuff. And they mentioned mini disc players, and they're like, yeah. And then whoever was reviewing them were like, But the real big thing is going to be these MP3 players.
Yeah.
And I'm there with my Kenwood, and I'm like, no, don't do that to me now.
Not already.
And then I had no idea. Can you imagine someone saying, yeah, all your music, no longer was your music a materialistic, kind of like a tangible object, like a tape, a cassette, a CD, or a mini disc. It moved digital.
See, I was too young for that advertising to get me. So I think the first one I remember having a cassette player, only because I remember at night I always used to listen to my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one.
Respect.
So I always used to put it in, take it out, flip it around, put it back in, listen to the other side, take it out, get my little finger, twist it so it goes all the way back to the start.
You never did the pencil trick?
I didn't have a pencil. Not a hand, anyway.
You guys had bad upbringing.
Just get your finger in there. You got to think quick. I don't remember growing up in my house with a vinyl, because I've always had cassettes. Then I remember getting my little CD player, because my auntie brought me my first CD, and it was a Hot Joints CD, Parental Advisory.
Hot Joints CD.
Hot Joints with a Z.
CD.
Joints.
Yeah.
Down with the kids. And
There we
this is
go.
Hot Joints.
I remember it was an orange case with a female on a bike. And that was my very first CD. My own little CD player. And it was a CD and cassette player. And then I remember from there it was an MP3 that had the tiniest little screen.
Yeah.
And it had the tiniest little
like
screen.
like a pager.
Yeah, and I could see. And I pulled off one end, and that was where the USB was to plug it in.
So what? So that hot joints? If am I correct?
Hot Joints.
Hot joints.
Let me see if I
with
can-
frightfully hot joints. Was that the first
That's the very first CD
you ever had?
I ever had.
And was
And I
it
always
first-
remember it's because my auntie brought it to me and my mum was not happy.
And you didn't have anything before that?
No.
You didn't have any cassettes or anything like that, no?
I had the cassettes, but the only cassette I remember having is
It was Turtles.
the Ninja Turtles.
Sean? First
my-
ever
so,
physical audio
The
media?
one that I bought, so obviously like my
Sisters,
my dad
ABBA,
would have a load. No, I'm actually very
Carpenters.
proud. This is something that obviously a lot of people ask, what was your first CD and
yeah.
album? I'm very proud, and because mine was quite cool. 96, 97, Usher, you make me wanna.
You made me want to leave the one I'm with. I'm not going to sing, but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
wow.
was mine, which is a cool $1.99 from Woolworths, which is how much a CD used to be, a single,
Yeah.
and 99p if you wanted the cassette version.
Absolutely.
Woolworths, and then it was LL Cool J Phenomenon.
Hot Joints.
Hot Joints too.
Hot joints is a thing.
Yeah.
It really did exist. It's not
With the
just in
women
your
and the
mind.
bikes.
Oh, wow.
Had songs on there like Twist a Lovely Day. Just got paid. Stack it up. I'll be on my way. It's a lovely day.
Wow.
Always the cool guy. Always the cool guy. Rich, come on, and
First-
shame the devil, as they say. What's
Okay, first was vinyl. It was an album, and it was from HMV, and it's still got the £5.99 sticker on it.
Just for the people listening, what size vinyl?
It was a 12-inch vinyl. It was a full album,
Oh, okay.
and it was Queen's "A Kind of Magic" was the first one I ever bought. The first CD I ever bought was Duran Duran. So moving on.
When you say Queen's Kind of Magic, is that it's the kind of magic?
Yeah, it's the Highlander theme.
I only know that
soundtrack.
from some business's Christmas advert
Oh, really?
when I was a kid. It's that kind of magic.
Ah.
That's all I remember.
What's interesting is how sometimes things go full circle and become cool again, like vinyl.
Yes.
There's some people out there who will swear that vinyl is how they want to listen to.
They say it's crisper, don't
We've
they?
got a noise boy in the room as well, and his eyebrows raised up as we start talking audio. But vinyl apparently has got offers something.
My question is, did vinyl ever go out of fashion and come back into fashion per se? Because you got flares went out of fashion, as in no one was wearing. I'm going somewhere with this, Sean, believe me. Flares went out of fashion, no one was wearing them, then came back into fashion.
No one was boot cut though, right? Was that the birth of boot cut?
Is that what boot cuts? Well, boot cuts are
Flares are loads
Yeah,
bigger,
but
aren't
is
they?
it?
Than boot cuts,
Yeah.
like a subtle
I'm
nod.
so.
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
just
think
really pleased I
like
don't
the
know
boot
the
cut's like the little brother to the flare. I think you know a flare when you see a flare.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas vinyl players, I think as technology went, people that were just following your generic music consumer like myself would have just gone with technology. Whereas the music lovers have always kept their vinyls. I don't know too many people, unless it's hipsters going for a new aesthetic look in their house or apartment, that will go out and buy brand new vinyl because they've already got their vinyl. They've already got all the vinyls on there. They go back and listen to old
DJs.
songs.
I was about to say that DJs as late as kind of 2006 or 4, and still some people now, DJs now, will put like on Insta or something that, oh, you call yourself a DJ when all you've got is 2 phones, and you know the big bags they used to carry. They'd have a guy, one of their mates, who'd get into the club because he's carrying their boxes as well. They'd know where they all are.
I think that's one of those. I'm not a DJ, but I think that's one of those industries where, because it's developed over a certain amount of time, if you never did this bit, so if you weren't there for the early days of the graft,
you're never going to go back.
When we say it was, when DJs say it was a lot harder to do and things like that, then you can't call yourself a DJ for reasons like that.
There's an interesting point here, which is tech in movies, but also musical tech. So if you think about the way music has evolved, so there were bands like Kraftwerk many years ago who used a lot of synthesizers. There was this gets me into music in movies as well, and how it impacts you.
The score, as it's referred to, right, will definitely influence how. For example, the most recent thing I saw at the cinema was the Joker.
Have
you seen that?
Sorry,
have you seen it?
Joker.
Joker. The music was one of those things that really kind of made that for me. So they took a lot of songs and really put a complete different edge to them. So there was a Frank Sinatra track, I forget which one it was now, but I kind of listen to it whenever my Google Music shuffles to it, and they changed it, so I was recognising the lyrics, and the lyrics were really fitting to what was going on, but I was like, what's it? And it took me a second to remember. So the way that they changed to really put the mood in.
I think horrors do that fantastic.
You ever watched a horror with it on mute? You find, I can't watch horror movies.
Oh yeah,
but you put that on mute. You put it on mute. You're cool. You can watch it. But the moment it is all about the.
It's
audio.
Unsettling. It builds tension. Good sound design can make or break.
Is it Insidious? Tiptoe through the wind. I've never heard that song in my entire life, and now whenever I hear that song, I'm like.
Talking about the music, the Guardians of the Galaxy, the soundtrack on that was phenomenal.
Released on cassette as well, which was a great show.
Really? Yeah. Oh, they did so well with that.
They played a big thing into it, didn't it? Because of the whole theme of Peter Quill being stuck.
And he was stuck in the 80s? Was he
that's got to be 80s music, hasn't it?
Yeah. And I always wondered, because we are talking about tech, is how did he keep that cassette player running?
He didn't leave his old batteries in there for a start, because they would have ruined his.
What was a piece of ribbon for? Do you know the piece of ribbon that was in the battery compartment, and there'd be like.
You
always
just
to help them get it out.
Yeah, so you have to lie the ribbon underneath the batteries, and then when it comes to popping them out, you just tug the ribbon, and out they pop, and you get your new batteries. Do you remember when very relevant tech news? Do
you remember when the headphones used to have those like big like foam?
I've still got orange foam headphones for my Walkman.
Yeah, they serve no purpose, but they're probably worth a pretty penny on a.
They're probably very on trend now.
Just because my mind's ticking, and I feel like this is a great one for people in the comments to get involved in as well. We're talking about tech. We're talking about movies. To put you all on the spot, if you could take one tech item from any movie or TV show, on the spot, what would it be? And
lightsaber.
I do not have an answer. Is that tech?
Lightsaber?
Would lightsaber class it?
Of course it's tech. It's part of the journey to become a Jedi or a Sith, is to build your own lightsaber with your kyber crystal.
Because it's crystals and that's more nature.
But no, the lightsaber itself, the hilt, what is that?
Okay, that is tech. Okay, yeah, I'm wrong. Sorry, Star Wars fans that are getting on me at the minute.
Mine might.
Oh, a lightsaber. That's got to be a weapon of mass
Mace Windu's purple lightsaber?
That is a good one. I'm trying to think of Harry Potter things now, and it's literally all magic.
I can't. Can I use the Rick and Morty portal gun?
Oh,
yes.
Shaun.
Yes. Awesome.
Great shout.
Thank you. Portal gun. Because then you're just kind of.
What am I left with now? Because a lightsaber's a great one. The portal gun.
How about your Audi TT or your Audi car from I Am Robot?
You say that.
Oh yeah, you said.
The thing that made me think of this originally was a Will Smith sci-fi film, and it was the Neuralizer from Men in Black.
Good shout.
But I would mess up and flash myself.
Someone say you've done that previously.
It'd just be me and someone stood in a room like.
No, the portal gun. I think I.
That is
good.
There you go, guys. You can vote. Is it Rich's lightsaber, Shaun's portal gun, or my Neuralizer?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Doctor Who's screwdriver.
His sonic screwdriver.
Doctor Who's sonic screwdriver.
You can get those from like Wix and Homebase, I think.
But you have kind of prompted me on thinking about what you wish you could have. We've started the 3-Star podcast, Myles.
Yes.
And I'm really excited about this because it's took some doing, but I've got a present for you.
You got a present for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you have any idea what I'm talking about right now?
I literally...
It is tech.
I actually don't have a clue.
Okay, close your eyes then. Rich, have you got this present?
I certainly have, my friend.
For the guys on camera, I'm being 1,000% serious now. I'm actually not too sure
Keep your eyes closed a moment, but...
what is going on right
put
now.
your hands out. And don't open your eyes until I say... Ugh. So don't open your eyes yet. So thank you very much for everyone that's been listening to the podcast, and we're really excited about this. Please let us know any suggestions of things you'd like to see, like to do. We're going to be doing a lot more activities moving forward.
Is it meant to be dripping?
But Myles, if we're going to take this serious, I need you kitted out in all the best stuff, mate. Open your eyes.
Hello.
That is a pair of AKG N700s. I know you're rocking at the minute the AKG Y300s.
I got the Y500s at the minute.
Using those. Awesome, but I just thought that if you probably need something a little bit more sturdy. It's a nightmare to get in. The unboxing experience is part of it. But whilst you do that, Rich will take you through a few of the why of how great the N700s are.
Okay, so AKG are known for being the audiophiles fan. One of the biggest things you'll learn about these is they are stereo, and you can listen to stuff on them. And if I haven't lost anybody at this point, I'll go a bit deeper. Okay.
Before you give us a bit of an idea about the AKG and who they are and what they do, because I always feel that they never get as much praise as what they deserve. They're fantastic. I know I've been using AKG for a good few years.
Yeah, one of the biggest things is their active noise cancellation, and it's designed for sort of urban environments.
Yep.
So really powerful drivers, great bass response. Obviously Bluetooth, but also come with a cable if you want to do that.
Take us through, Myles. Let's see what you're unboxing there. It's part of the unboxing experience.
Talking about, we had this conversation, I think, on our last podcast. We had smell-o-vision right now. It's a very new box smell.
Didn't I mention that opening a book? And
listen, it's a
pick and sniff.
Already
Is
you've
that
got
pick and sniff.
It's a very nice setup. Nice little carry case over here.
Oh man, they're so good and they're so nice.
I already like it because this just gets thrown in my bag. I don't actually have a carry case.
But look at those. You can feel it. I don't want to put any words in your mouth, but can you feel the quality there? Huh?
Some would say premium.
AKG actually as well graced all buyers of Samsung devices, I think, from the S8, was it, I think?
Yeah, we've started with the acquisition of AKG and the partnership we've got. Then, yeah, you get the wired AKG headphones.
And they're worth how much?
They're worth £99.
So that's when AKG became a lot more popular, I think, and a lot of people were mentioning them. So that if there's anyone out there who've noticed or familiar with the name, that's probably where you've seen them. So... There we are. I've started a trend there, Myles. I've just bought you a couple of £100 worth of equipment. No,
I'm actually genuinely shocked, so thank you very much.
Play around with those. Let us know how they are, and can you buy me a present in return for next week, please?
I'll buy you the Terminator box set.
What, on a VHS?
Yeah. Coming next week, guys. What is VHS? What happened to VHS?
And I think everyone seems to be smiling. That was quite a nice moment. Myles is smiling. I think that's a good stage to wrap it up. Rich, any messages? Myles, any messages?
No, that's all from me. I have been Myles.
I've been Shaun.
And you've been listening to the 3-Star Podcast.
Thank you.